Late nights and early mornings. The random thoughts just never stop forming. I can't conform to this world that's boring. My conversation's different. Just watch my recordings, laugh and rejoice. Audience or not, I'ma still use my voice. I'm just trying to make you see that there is no better choice. Cause I am the best. This podcast ain't nothing like the rest. I know it's random, I must confess, but I gotta get it off my chest. I know it's random, but be my guest, so that I can put my thoughts to rest. We ain't gotta beef, even if we disagree. I'll let you pick the topic, maybe we can talk about it.
Hey y'all, it's Jelani and we're on another episode of Random Thoughts. Woo! And today we have
Hey. Hey.
Alright, so today our topic is relationship friends versus single friends. And when I say relationship friends, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in a relationship right now. It just means a person who's usually in a relationship and usually in long-term relationships. And I'm most definitely the single friend. So yeah. What are you?
I think I used to be the relationship friend, but now I'm a single friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you could speak for both?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so who do you think has more of an influence on the one? Like, do you think that a relationship friend has more influence on a single friend, or that a single friend has more influence on a relationship friend? Or do you think it makes a difference for real?
I think it depends on the person, for real. Because I feel like some people, for the most part, I feel like single friends have more of an influence on relationship friends. Because single friends be like, sometimes they be doing too much. So it's like, okay, like, they be like, you never know what your man is doing. Like, you gonna do this.
Oh,
like,
they be doing that.
like, they want you to, like, go out and do stuff. And you just be like, wait, but hold on, my man. And you be like, wait, hold on, what is she right? But like, like, when you're the relationship friend, sometimes I feel like you could be like, oh, like, why don't you try to, like, when your friend is talking to somebody, you be like, oh, why don't you try to make it more serious? But, like, sometimes they don't listen, so it just depends, for real, like, on the person.
Yeah, I get that. I was finna say that, like, I don't think me as a single friend, I have that much influence, but after you say that, I do, because I definitely be like, not trying to encourage them to cheat, but I will say, you don't know what he doing, especially if it's something that seems suspicious to me. I'm definitely gonna be like, I don't believe that.
That's valid, because I feel like sometimes when I've been in a relationship, my friends would be like, oh, like, you don't know what he's doing, and I'm like, you know what, I don't know what he's doing, but then, like, I be having to think, okay, but, like, if I do it, is that gonna make me feel better? Like,
exactly.
That'd be the thing. But, like, I understand where single friends are coming from, because now that I'm the single friend and my friend is in a relationship, I be looking at her like, sometimes you's a dumb bitch. Like, like,
and that's the thing. I really feel like sometimes you need that person on the outside looking in, because when you so in love and you so locked in on a person, you really can't see it how the world sees it. Like, you really can't understand it.
Yeah, because it's like, on the outside looking in, it's like, you look crazy. Like, and if you're my friend, I don't want people to look at you and be like, oh no, like, she tripping. Yeah, like, versus if, like, I'm looking at you and if I can tell you tripping, it's like, I'm your friend, but you know I love you. You know I fuck
Facts,
with you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm coming from the heart with it. So, do you think that it's hard to have single friends while you're in a relationship?
I don't think it's hard to have single friends while you're in a relationship. I think that, like, being both, understanding both parts is, like, when you're in a relationship, you should still prioritize your friendships.
That's real.
But, like, when you're the single friend, you also should understand, like, just because this person, like, is in a relationship doesn't mean that they don't care about you anymore.
Facts. I definitely feel like people have to have a healthy balance, because I've had friends that, like, completely discard their friends when they get in relationships. And I also have had friends who, they really know how to maintain both. And I think that it can be hard depending on the person that you're with too, because it's dudes that I've talked to, and for example, this one dude, this is our first time hanging out, and I told him that when I went to see him, like, I was only gonna be over there for a few hours because me and my friends was doing Taco Tuesday that night. And so after a few hours, I was just like, yeah, I'm about to go. And he like, I know you're not about to leave for real. And I was like, yeah, I am. And he was like, you want to be with your friends that bad?
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, plus they waiting on me. I literally told them I'd bring the shredded cheese. Like, how am I just gonna up and leave? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how am I just gonna just say, y'all, no, I'm not coming no more? It's like anybody could have got that at the end of the day, but I'm just not about to do that. And I was excited to hang with my friends, and me and you are not locked in like that. Even if we were, I already made a commitment to them.
Yeah. I feel like the thing is, it's like, people should have a healthy balance. I feel like when people, because like when I'm with my man, okay, cool, I'm with my man. When I'm with my friends, okay, I'm with my friends. But don't get twisted, just because I'm with my man doesn't mean I don't want to see y'all.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some single friends, they're like, oh, well, she's going to be with her man anyway, so I'm not even going to ask her.
Yeah.
Like,
I
feel like that's be the problem too sometimes. Because I've had friends where it's like, when I was with the dude, it would be like, oh, well, I just didn't ask because you're always with him. And it's like, well, maybe I'm always with him because y'all never asked me to do anything. And when I ask y'all to do stuff, y'all always say no. So, like, maybe I'm just hanging out with somebody who wants to be with me rather of, like, y'all not asking me, and when I ask you, y'all say no. I feel like it's two sides to it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I feel like now being a single friend, like, I can understand, like, where, like, people are coming from. But sometimes I think, like, okay, single friends don't extend their hand enough. Like, now if we already had prior commitment and I fell through on the commitment because I wanted to do BS with a man, okay, that's on me. But, like, if you didn't ask me to hang out and then you just expect me to be like, oh,
just
well,
up and go.
yeah, it's like, I feel like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, I think it just depends.
I get that 100% because I know how it is to have a clingy friend, and that gets annoying.
Don't get me started.
So yeah, but also I do think that sometimes I feel like in general when you're in a relationship you are gonna be with your person a lot. Like y'all, that's kind of normal. When you wake up you talk to them, so y'all are naturally gonna be with each other a lot. So if you call your friend and she already in the bed laid up, like, oh, come outside, we outside. Like, of course, you can't really expect them to just jump up and do that. I get it. Because you already, you likely to be with your man. Do you believe in getting advice from single people while in a relationship?
I think it depends. I feel like it depends on the advice. Like, if I'm asking you for, like, what would you do as a girl? Like, what would you do if you were in my situation? Yes, I'll ask you for advice. Because my thing with having single friends is, like, I'm not going to be friends with somebody who's never been in a relationship, because it's like you're not gonna understand why I do certain things and why I move the way that I move when it comes to being in a relationship.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not gonna tell you all my business that's going on in my relationship because that's just gonna make you think negatively of the person. But I'm asking for advice on some things, but some things I just gotta keep to myself, or I gotta go ask my mama or something. Like you,
no,
you just
for
can't
real.
tell me everything.
I definitely believe that because. Well, when it comes to me, if I'm, like, talking to somebody or something, I don't like to ask people who I feel like don't have good, or, I don't know, good relationship, like healthy relationship vibes. Like, they don't make a lot of the business decisions. I've seen stuff that you do, and I've seen, something I don't know if I would accept that from them necessarily, but I also be trying to understand why sometimes people come to me about stuff, and I be like, what? I'm completely like, I feel like I'm real straightforward about things, because I will tell you what I think, and I will also tell you I've never experienced that, so I don't know what to say. But if it's something that I have experienced, I also feel like that's a problem too, because you see things out of your own lens, and just because this happened to me that way, that doesn't mean that it's the same with you. So I feel like advice can be biased based on your experiences. So I feel like it depends too.
I feel like that's understandable. I think I feel like you can get advice from a single person. I feel like it's just one of those things where it's like, I kind of got to know what advice I'm asking for.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just like regular life advice, cool. Like a little bit of relationship advice, because I feel like any advice that you're gonna get in life realistically is like relationship advice. Like, if I sit down and talk to my mom about something, she's still gonna give me relationship advice. It's just gonna be like worldly stuff. But like, I feel like it just depends. Like, I'm not gonna, if me and my man get into an argument, I'm not gonna just go to my friend like, what should I do? But like, if I just need to, like, a quick question like, hey, what would you do if this? Then sure. But it just depends on the situation altogether, I think.
I feel like it does too. And I also did not like, even when my friends would come to me about every argument that they had with the person they was with, because you can't think for yourself.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And nobody knows how you feel but you. I think that if it's something, like you said, kind of simple or just random, or I feel like when it gets really deep, when you have a lot of stuff built up and you just need to kind of vent, or see how you feel about certain things. I feel like that's valid, but like to tell a person everything that's going on in your relationship, I feel like that's really bad. And I also think the difference between a lot of single friends and me is a lot of them be hoes for real. Not gonna say
that's true. That's true.
And so it's like you taking advice from a person who don't care, who really would not commit regardless, or who does not even
who isn't looking to commit.
Yeah.
I feel like the problem with that too is like sometimes this is obviously not everybody, but I feel like sometimes your single friends have animosity because you aren't in a relationship.
Yes.
So it's like even if you happy in your relationship, you complain about that man one time, they like cut him off. I like be done with it. You just be like, wait, hold on, I didn't even know that. Like chill.
Exactly. And see that's so funny because I remember when I was really like dating somebody my freshman year, and I had kind of did that with my friends. Like, it was, I guess, stuff that went on. It was definitely things that I should have stopped talking to him for or left him alone for, but I didn't. And I really didn't tell nobody what was going on for a minute. And when I finally did, like, I had told my one friend, I had told her, like, probably the tip of the iceberg. She was just like, it's like every time I bring him up after that, she would be, you could tell the energy shifted. And I'm like, dang, did he do it to you or me? It's just like, I don't like stuff like that because it's like you can't even be here for me for real no more because you too upset with your feelings against the person, and it's like, okay, relax. Like,
no, the same thing happened to me in high school. I was like, bro, like, chill. Like, I'm not even that mad about the situation anymore.
Exactly.
You don't have to be mad. Just it's cool.
Exactly. So, are you okay with your boyfriend, like your man, having single friends?
I feel like it makes no difference. But I don't know because I feel like being a girl and having single friends and being a guy and having single friends is essentially just the same thing. Because if you really think about it, especially considering the generation that we're in and the way people maneuver now, it's like being a girl, your single friends more than likely, if not, gonna be hoes, and then being a guy, your single friends, if not, more than likely gonna be hoes too. So it's like, okay, it's just, I feel like it just depends on how y'all are as people. Like, being a girl, like, if you're not a hoe and you don't got that mentality, but your man had that mentality before he fucked with you.
You already know.
Like, then it was like,
friends
you kind of, But, like, being a girl, sometimes you just, like, my least favorite thing is when people be like, birds of a feather flock together. Because, like, no, we don't. Like,
Because I would never do that.
Like, I might do something, but not that.
Exactly.
Like, calm down. Like, she's tripping right now.
Yeah.
Versus, like, guys is like, birds of a feather do flock together. Like, y'all all act the same.
And then it's like, you will really think, because I've had guy friends to where one of them be quiet, one of them real outgoing, one of them kind of in between, but they all do the same stuff.
Exactly.
And you would think that you're getting a different person or something like that, but the whole time they really are.
They're all the same. Versus, like, I've had that same thing too, where it's like, I've been friends with guys and they just be real calm, cool, whatever. You looking at that phone say something completely different. Versus being friends with girls, it's like you have one friend where like she's real quiet, like she only about her man, she only like her man. Then she got friends who like loud, hype, whatever, and maybe even the loud hype when she still love her man, whatever. And then you have that one friend who like she just a hoe, like she just like talking to niggas,
and they balance somehow.
Yeah, like. But then the thing is like I feel like with that, it becomes a thing with girls where it's like, even if you have a whole friend, that hoe, she's probably either a hoe because some shit happened, like she, like niggas dogged her, so now she feel like she gotta do the same thing, or like she don't want to be in a relationship. Rather dudes, it's like they'll be in a relationship and still be a hoe. Like,
yes, and that's why I do feel like it's a little different with girls having single friends than dudes, because it's like one thing that I learned recently is that a lot of dudes in relationships truly believe that it's okay to like have somebody outside of your girlfriend, even if it's just about somebody to have sex with, and even if it's just every blue moon. Like, a lot of dudes feel like that's okay, because for example, when I had went on this cruise last year, I had met this dude. It was me and my friends. We was just talking to him. We was chopping up and stuff, and he got to talking about like how he was in a relationship, but he just be needing some different coochie from time to time, basically. I was talking to my cousins, and they was both like, yeah, but they was like, the same time, when you really love somebody, you want to be with them, you just don't. You just don't like give in to those thoughts, I guess. And the other one was like, you do gotta give in every now and then, like you. And so, and I was like, and it had me thinking like, dang, so dudes really think like that, like, and I'm like, I don't think like that.
Yeah, I don't think like that. Like I feel like as a girl, like you might see a man walking down the street, you see a dude, and you be like, oh, he's fine. But then you like, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Versus like a guy would be like, oh, she fine, and then just still go up, and it's like, you got a girlfriend. It's like, dude, if you have a girlfriend, and my whole thing that I found that I have a problem with dudes is like, if you have a girlfriend, or even if you're talking to somebody, period, if a girl walks up to you and is trying to be honest with you, it's not that hard to just say no.
Exactly.
Like,
or just be like, yeah, I got a girlfriend. It's like,
yeah, like it's literally not that hard to reject people at all. Because then the problem that I've had is somebody being like, well, I don't want to be mean. And it's like, okay, so if a man walk up to me and he'd be like, can I get your, what do you want me to say? Well, I want you to say no. No, I don't want to be mean. Then you looking at me crazy. But I'm telling you what you said to me. Like, I feel like guys just, they got this whole thing of like, I don't want to be mean. But it's like, you're not being mean. Like, if you tell a girl.
You're being straightforward.
Yeah, like, you're being honest. Because then she going to be, the girl that you said, like, talking to, she going to be mad that you like talking to other people, and then the girl that you just got her whatever Instagram phone number,
she gonna be thinking she got one up.
Exactly. And then she gonna be feeling away because she be like, wait, you play both of us, what the heck? Like, you just make everybody look stupid.
See, and that kind of happened to me before. One time I was in a club and I was talking to the dude or whatever, and I had just asked him like, who's in conversation? I'm like, you got a girlfriend? And he was like, yeah. And he just said it so nonchalant. I was like, okay. And I just kind of like turned back to my friend, and I was just talking, and he was like, wait, what was you gonna say next? Like, it don't matter now because
you have a girlfriend.
Exactly.
And it's like, my whole thing, I think that's, you know, that'd be my problem with single friends too, is like, sometimes it's like, they don't care that the guys that they talk to got girlfriends. I think that's my problem with single friends sometimes, because it's like, if I wasn't your friend, is that how you would feel? Like, is that how you do me? Like, you shouldn't be wanting to do nobody like that, and then it's gonna come back on you one day. Like,
exactly. That's what I be scared of. Like, karma don't play. And I think like that all the time. I think like, dang, like, how would I feel if that was happening to me? Then that did happen to me before. Like, it was a girl that this was like my freshman year in college. We wasn't friends. We was definitely cool. And she had definitely seen me with him several times. Oh. So it was just like, wow. And now you with him. Like, and just overlapped and like, she still tried to be cool with me at first, like coming on my posts and everything. And I was just like, I think about that every time I'm in a situation like that where somebody with a girlfriend try to talk to me, or I find out they got a girlfriend. I just be like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of that.
No, I feel like that didn't per se happen to you, but like this girl who, like, she knew of me, and like, it's not like we was cool or nothing, like she just knew of me and I knew of her too. And like, she just, the dude I was talking, like, he was literally my whole boyfriend, everything, been together for a minute. Literally, she just, well, I added him on Snapchat, he texted me back, so I'm like, dude, like, you knew, like, it wasn't a secret that we were, like, nobody was hiding, like, I'm like, it'd be different when people be hiding their relationship, you don't know, but, like, you knew, it was very clear, it was out there, and then you just, well, it just be making me look at people like, okay, like, and you have no self-respect. Like,
why?
You, like,
I just don't like, and I don't like the idea of it. One girl was like, men wouldn't be able to get away with so many things if women didn't allow it. And I do agree, which I do feel like we need to hold men accountable too, because men also go to the extra mile. I remember this one dude, he went so far trying to prove to me that he was not in a relationship with his baby mama just to be with her still. Like, he was doing a lot of things to try to prove to me that they weren't together. It's like I kind of still had that feeling, and it's like he was going too hard to try to make that clear to me. And once I found out, I was just like, yeah, this is insane.
See, and that my problem too is like, because I feel like I've been on both sides of that, where it's like somebody has like tried too hard to prove that we're not together and we are, versus somebody who's like been like, oh, I'm not with this person, and then they are. But I feel like it just be so irritating on both sides, because it's like when you're playing the part of the person where it's like they're trying to prove that like y'all not together and you know what it is and you know what the conversation is, it's like, don't make me get out here in front of these people looking a fool, because I'm going to like crash out. Like, I'm going to do the most. Yeah. Because when it happened to me, I was going to do the most. I was like, okay, like, I'm going to post everything. Like, you can't, it's not like a thing of like, you could just be like, oh, I don't talk to this person and I see you all the time. Like, you're stupid. And then versus me on the other side, it's like, dang, I feel stupid because I had a feeling, but I'm like, I'm trying to, I'm trying to trust you, because I don't want to be like, oh, you're a liar, because calling somebody a liar is just so like,
exactly. And that's exactly how I felt. Like, I was just like, bro, I knew that. Why would I even let like this? It's not that I ever truly believed him, but I was just like, I kind of just started going with it. And then when I found out, I'm like, I was so mad at myself. I'm just like, bro, it's no way. Like, I knew this. But it also made me think, how was you getting away with all of this? Like,
that's, bro, I be wondering the same thing. Like, how do y'all have so, like, there's
me
a lot of time in the
got
day.
48 hours in a day, I promise.
They feel like y'all got too much time in the day for y'all to be doing half the shit y'all do.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, I don't get it. But you got any last remarks or any questions you want to ask me for this first part? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end this and we're gonna go to the intermission. Okay. So, all right. We got these ranch Chester, like hot fries with they ranch. Ooh no. Ooh no. I cannot eat that.
oh. No one open. Those are good.
Oh, you got this one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, not those ones
Yeah.
specifically, but I've had
Oh.
calcios. They got them at work. But they're not nasty. They definitely are like an acquired flavor. I just eat them because I go work so early.
Oh no.
This one is not good.
This is like a 2. Ooh wee. Maybe a 1. I'm gonna just put this. Yeah,
This not good. You supposed to open candy like that? Really?
No.
I was just saying, if I've been opening candy my whole life wrong, I would be like, what the heck?
This was definitely
that's-
disgusting. They need to take this out of the stove.
These two.
Yeah, oh yeah.
These still need
That
to go
was
to the stove.
disgusting, bro. Okay, guys, we're back. We're about to play a game. So basically, this game is like, who's more likely to. So we talking about relationship friends versus single friends. So every card you just gotta think who's more like, or you gotta say like who's more likely to, and then read the card. So you can get one first.
Who's more likely to randomly ghost friends?
I would say a friend in a relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Relationship friends would definitely ghost their friends first.
Yeah, why you say that though?
I feel like sometimes relationship friends, they unintentionally
Do
ghost
it.
their friends
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, I'm just my man, like I'm not thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And versus like when a single friend, if they do it, it's like, oh, I'm done messing with you, like I'm
Yeah.
doing it on purpose. So I
Yeah.
feel like randomly and unintentionally, it's gonna be a relationship friend.
Yeah, I feel like my only reason for probably doing it was because of like depression and stuff like that. But I feel like my friends pretty much knew what I had going on, so they just gave me my space at the same time. But like in general, I've had, for people that ghost me, it was mostly because of stuff like relationships, and not even necessarily ghosts, but like disappear. Like,
Yeah. I feel like when I randomly ghost friends, it's definitely because I got stuff going on. But I feel like people will like just assume and be like, oh, she just because
Is that man?
Yeah, and it just be a thing of like, I'm the type of person, I don't like to tell everybody what I have going on. Like I don't like to tell everybody what I got going on in my head, stuff like that. So like you would just never know unless I really am like, oh no, like this is too much. Like I have to tell somebody. It is like sometimes I just want to be in my room and sleep all day.
Yeah,
Like that just feels better than
it be like that.
yeah.
It's like, it's cool to a certain extent. It just depends, but it's also like, I just hate when people don't ghost me because of your relationship, and then you coming back to me when stuff go wrong with you. Now you want to hang out all the time.
Or like y'all not together no more. Like
now
or,
you want to be friends.
Or he's not doing this, so now I want to go out and I want to do some fun shit.
Yeah,
like, I
like,
don't want to be
you
around
call me out the blue because you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I don't want to do
I
that.
had that before.
Man.
Who's more likely to get upset when you can't hang out? Because what we just said, I feel like you can go both ways. Cause I definitely feel like a single friend or a clingy friend, they're definitely gonna get upset when you can't hang out. Yeah, but also like a friend who is too all about they nigga for real, and now they into it, now they calling you out the blue like, oh come on let's hang out tonight, but you ain't heard from them in forever, And them type of friends, they'll really get mad when you can't hang out because they feel like,
why? But I feel like it's they do be doing that. It's like, dude, I'm not just gonna move on your time. We'll find something to do today.
Exactly. What if I were just planning to be in the house today? Like,
yeah, like I don't want to go out just because you mad at your man. Like I don't care.
Yeah, right? I've seen it both ways because I definitely feel like I'm trying to think, have I ever been mad? Because I think that I really only get mad if we have something planned ahead of time. Cause I definitely got friends. I got out the blue friends, or you can just do spontaneous things with. But I have a lot of friends where I know we got a plan stuff, so I respect it.
I feel like it goes both ways, but I think I'm like a friend where it's like, honestly, just call me and see what I'm doing that day.
Yeah.
Because I don't cause my whole thing is I work so much that's like I try to plan things and like I forget, because even today I low-key forgot we was doing this. Like I knew we were doing it, but like my mom had asked me, she was like, oh, what are you doing on Sunday? And like at work they was like, oh, can you come out on Sunday? And I had to say yes, and then my mom asked me, I'm like, oh, I'm doing this, and I had to like be like, oh no, I can't do it, I can't work no more. But I'm like, my whole thing is like, sometimes your schedule be so busy that it's like, dude, just call me and
that's
see
why
what
I
I'm doing
got that calendar now.
No, I
cause I be forgetting.
No, cause that's my thing. I be forgetting too. I'm like, dude. So I like it better, like spontaneous friends. Not even spontaneous friends. Just like if you want to do something, just call me and see, instead of being like trying to plan something and then be upset. But also relationship friends, I feel like they get mad way easier, like more than single friends do. Cause like single friends, if you be like, oh, I can't do it, whatever, I got something going on, they're gonna be like, okay. Cause having a single friend, they got. Not to say they got way too many hobbies, but they always gonna find something to like keep themselves
somebody else to hang with.
And versus like a relationship friend is like sometimes you really be the only friend that they got besides their man. If they can't hang out with their man, then it's like, who am I supposed to hang out with?
Yeah, that's real. Okay.
Flirt with a stranger is more likely. I feel like a relationship friend. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a relationship friend is more likely to flirt with a stranger.
That's so funny because, man, I don't know. I feel like I say both because I definitely feel like they be quick to flirt also because some of them don't be cheating, so they just need a little attention or something. But I ain't gonna lie, I flirt with a stranger. I sure will, but I would never talk to them though. I think I used to actually enjoy going out to flirt with strangers and random people and stuff, cause
that's facts.
Yeah,
I feel like I like going out to talk to people, cause I feel like I talk a lot and people think like, oh, I'm not very outgoing, but I like to talk to random people. Like I'll be outside, people be looking at me, but I'm just like, hey, how you doing today? Like I like talking to people, but I feel like that relationship friend. They be waiting. They be ready. Let somebody come outside to them and speak to them while y'all outside. They go, hey, like just all smiling ear to ear and stuff, and then go right back to texting their man. Like just
damn near be on the phone. Mute the phone real quick. What happened? Oh, I ran out of service real quick. Like
facts. But but I feel like with a single friend, it's like they'll flirt with the stranger, but it's not like gonna be. Depending on if they a hoe or not, like if they not a hoe, it's gonna be like, okay, they gonna talk to them and y'all gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, bro, and that's true. Ooh, that's why it kind of do be. I done had some real hoe friends before, and it gets annoying to a point because it's like when you overdoing it, when you meet somebody and stuff, it's like, bro, chill, because you making me look bad.
No, because like, especially with a stranger, especially if it's like a like an even amount of strangers, it's like you and your two friends and then them and they two friends. They two friends gonna be looking like, what she got going? And then you just gonna be looking there. Cause that happened to me one time. I went to Deep Ellum with my friends. But it was funny because we went to Deep Ellum. It was me and two of my friends. And then we went with these dudes. Cause one of my friends was talking to one of the dudes. And so it was him and his two friends. But like me and my other friend, we was cool with the dude, right? But our friend that was talking to him, like he was just, there. And the stranger stopped her and was like, hey, like, what's up, right? But she was supposed to be messing with one of the dudes.
Yeah.
And so he, like, looking. And so me and my other friend, we like, hold on. We like, wait, you're talking to him. What are you doing? The stranger stopped her. She like, I didn't know what I was supposed to say. And he asked for my Snapchat, so I gave it to him.
You just supposed to be like, nah, I'm good.
And I'm like,
so
then I'm telling the dude, I'm like, go get her. Like, what are you doing? He like, nah, she cool. She got it. Like,
and dudes be quick to do that. They
be quick to, you got it. I'm like, all right. So then me and my friend, we went to go get her. And I'm like, dude, she like, I didn't know what to say. Like, I was scared. Mind you, I was like, granted, we are in Deep Ellum and all these people, they're a little bit.
Try to talk,
yeah, so I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying. But at the same time, like, y'all was walking right by each other. Like, dude knew y'all was walking with each other, and he stopped, and
he didn't care, and you went for the bait.
And you should have been like, oh no, sorry, I'm with someone, because he would have just been like, all right, okay, cool, moved on to the next person, but you stopped. And I'm like, bro.
Who's more likely to encourage staying single?
Who's more likely to encourage staying single? A relationship friend will tell their single friend, just they're single. And then a single friend will tell their relationship friend, no, like, you need to be single.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it depends. Because sometimes, like, being in a relationship is like I feel like everyone goes through these phases in relationships where, like, you look, you don't want to be in a relationship no more. So you be telling your single friend, nah, it ain't even worth it.
Yeah.
It ain't even worth it. And then being single, you go through this, like, phases where it's like, yeah, I want all my friends to be just like me so we can hang out. So you be like, nah, like, don't even be in a relationship no more.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just depends. I don't know.
I think that I definitely almost all my friends' relationships have been at a point where they've told me, like, bro, you just need to stay single. Like, it's not that deep. Like,
it's because it's like, it's really not that deep. Like, being in a relationship is not. I feel like people be making it look like it's the best thing in the world. It's peaches and rainbows, and even get in a relationship, you be like, this shit low-key sucks. Like, I'm stressed out about everything. I'm always tripping, and it's like, I feel like the thing about being in relationships that people don't ever want to talk about is like, there's no amount of communication in the world that can fix certain things, and people want to fix the most diabolical things in relationships. Like,
that's so real.
You cheating cannot be fixed. Like, unless you really just do a whole 180, it just cannot be fixed. Like, that's not something that you can just talk out.
Yeah.
Like, you have
to. And then what people don't understand, and people in relationships don't understand about when you cheat on a person, is you lose their trust, and you cannot just expect them to get over there. Like, yeah, it could be months later. If you're doing something that's suspicious to me and it bothers me and I bring it up, that was months ago. You can't really just expect them to be over there.
And then that's fast. And the thing is like, I seen this video on TikTok, and this man was like, when you cheat on your girl, he was like, you gotta realize that before you cheated on her, she took your word for everything. And he was like, now your word means nothing. Like, you talking to her and telling her, oh, I'm not doing this, don't mean nothing, because that's what you told her before and you did it. And I'm like, that's so true, because you can't look at me and be like, oh, I'm not doing this, but you already did it. So how am I just gonna be like,
exactly, because I believed it last time.
Exactly. Now I don't want to look at dummy again.
Exactly.
And I'm like, so sometimes I just feel like, it's big up both ways. I'm like,
Dang, I'm just
these bills, bro. Make a post to get someone's attention. A relationship.
Dang, for real?
Yeah. I feel like with someone who's single, it's like, I feel like, okay, when you're single, if you're someone who don't post a lot, then it's like, okay, sometimes you'll post to get somebody's attention. But I feel like when you're in a relationship, because what I've noticed now a lot with relationships is like a lot of girls, but even a lot of guys too, not just girls, don't get as much attention as they want in their relationships.
Yeah, like, that's real. That's
like
a perspective.
Like the person that they're with isn't like, I feel like the thing, like, people be losing the plot in relationships. Like, you'll be in a relationship with somebody, and the way that they got you, like, they was giving you all the attention, they was showing you all this love, then y'all get in a relationship and they become very complacent in the relationship and become very lackadaisical and just like, oh, well, we're in a relationship now, I don't have to keep wanting you, like, I already got you. Versus, like, it's a thing of, like, I got with you because you wanted me, and now I feel like you don't want me. So I feel like being in a relationship, you'll make posts because it'll always be that one guy or girl who, like, hard eyes on your story. You know, you could get a little conversation out of them. They show you that they want you, but you like, I want this, like, I want my relationship and stuff. So I feel like a relationship person. Because it's like, when you're single, you already know, like, okay, well, I could get this dude attention, I could get this girl attention, like, okay, cool, whatever. But you could get multiple people's attention because you're not tied down to one person. Versus a relationship is like, okay, I'm still tied down to one person, but is this person showing me enough attention that I want? Yeah. Because it becomes a thing of, like, I don't know, I feel like people don't realize when you get into relationships is, like, just because, like, you feel like you're doing enough doesn't mean that I feel like you're doing enough. Like, we have two different levels of enough, and we have to come to a compromise. Like, I can't be like, oh, you have to do everything that I want you to do, but you have to understand, like, okay, for some people, they are going to need reassurance. They are going to need you to, like, you know, like compliment them. Like some people be okay with not being complimented. Some people be
and that's crazy to me.
And then other people is like, no, you need to compliment me. You need to tell me like when I get my hair done, get my nails done, you need to tell me I look beautiful. You need to tell me my nails look good. Like you need to give me some like something. And the other people, they don't really care about that. But I feel like to me it's a thing where like with like at least relationships I've seen, not to put everything on guys, but I feel like they fall short a lot of the time of keeping up with it rather than girls, because like what I've noticed is like girls are like they still want their man. They may get a haircut. Oh, my man looks so fine. I love my man. They be in their notes. They close friends. I love my man. My man this. My man that. Versus like a guy, people barely know he got a girl on social media.
Facts.
Like I would like some of these people I would never know if they had girlfriends.
I feel the same way. And even people that I've been close to that's been in a relationship, like guys I know that had a girlfriend. I be knowing they got a girlfriend because I hang with them. I be around them, but to the world, that's like, dang, I be like, I would never know this if I didn't know you. But you kind of give me a different perspective on that, because I was going to say single friends, because I feel like before you said that, my opinion was that, like, if I post something, say I seen somebody or I know somebody, like, we done talked a couple times, and I'm like, dang, I'm finna make this post, hopefully he slide up, or something like that. Like, I'm trying to get a specific person attention, but, you know, when we do that, the wrong person slide up. But, like, if I'm looking for that, I might do something like that, like, make a little post, and I feel like in my head before, I was thinking like, man, when you in a relationship, you really don't got to do that because you already know who you want. But like now that you said that makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
I feel like it's both, but with relationship people, it's just a thing of like, at least what I've noticed, like, because I don't post a lot, and not to say like when I do post, I'll be looking for attention because like I don't care. I really don't got nothing on social media for real. But it also was like a thing of when I was in a relationship, it would just be a thing of like the person I was in a relationship with became way too comfortable, and it was always conversations of like, you're becoming way too comfortable, you feel like you don't have to do nothing to keep me, and it's like it's other people out here who want me, and like if you're gonna show that you don't want me, I might as well go be with somebody who does want to be with me. And then then people, they act right for 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever, then it's the right, it's the same cycle. So I feel like relationship people, they definitely do it more for attention. Because even being single, it's like, even if that person don't slide up on your story, you could always just slide up on their story. And y'all can have conversation. So I feel like it just is either or, really.
Yeah, that's true. Who's more likely to encourage cheating? I feel like, yeah. I feel like, when I ain't gonna lie, I had some cheating friends, boy. I ain't even gonna hold you. I used to be one telling them to stop sometimes. I used to be like, alright, bro, you gotta chill. Like, alright, now that's enough. I think you get it, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know with that one. Because I feel like the only time I don't feel like I really encourage cheating. I will be like, you need to, like, talk to somebody new or something. If I don't like my boyfriend, I feel like he dogging her out, he doing her wrong, or he hurting her feelings too much, I probably will encourage a little cheating. Or I'm more so be trying to
break it up.
Yeah. But I realize that people be really loving each other and they just can't do right by each other. So people like that, they be when they'd rather cheat than just leave.
I feel like that's true. I feel like me being a single friend, I feel like I encouraged cheating more when I was in a relationship. No, okay. My reasoning though is like when I was in a relationship, it's like you telling me this stuff because it wasn't even like, because my friends, at least when I was in a relationship, my friends wasn't really in relationships. They was just talking to people. So to me, if you're just talking to somebody and y'all not talking exclusively, you can go do whatever you want to do.
It is true.
So like, I'm not, but like I also understand people nowadays, this my girl, this my man, but it's okay, that's not your boyfriend, that's not your girlfriend. You just seeing that because he could go say, oh, that's my girl to the next bitch, and you could, that's my man to the next man. Like, it don't matter. So I would encourage it more when I was a relationship friend, because I'm like, y'all not actually together. But now that like I'm single and my friends are in relationships, I'd be like, nah, like, if y'all don't want to be together, just don't be together. But I do get what you're saying, because people really do love each other and really just be doing wrong by each other. But that's when I'm like, because that was me. I'm like, I love that man. We was just doing wrong. But I'm like, at this point, y'all either be together or don't be together.
Yeah. Because how far is it going to go for real?
Exactly.
There's no progress.
Because then it's like, it could always be a thing of the way that, like, my mom be telling me to look at it is like, y'all could always find each other again. Like, y'all could always come back to each other.
I love a good second chance.
Exactly. Like, so it's like, we could leave each other, we could go our separate ways, you could be in a different relationship, I could be in a different relationship, and then if we grow, and we be like, oh, actually, you know what?
I do want to
I do want to be with you, but then you fix everything, all the BS is gone. You just go, oh, okay, cool. Like this is new, whatever. Yeah. I feel like that's better than just
stand
and dogging each other out and doing.
Because then you got too much trauma, and at one point you're gonna have to break up because y'all done did the unthinkable to each other.
Yeah, like so I feel like just everybody should just believe in second chances or third, fourth chances because sometimes it don't be the second time. Yeah. Oh, fall in love too fast.
I'm gonna say relationship friends, cause first I was gonna say relationship friends because some people in relationships like they don't know how to be single at all. So as soon as they get out of one, they ready to get back in one. But also I think that sometimes single people remain single because they fall for people too fast, and it's like this person has barely shown you enough for you to truly even want to be with them, but you just want to be in a relationship so bad that you just keep going for the small things. So I don't know. I say relationship people though, because a lot of people I know a lot of people that can't be alone, so they do fall in love fast.
I feel like relationship people fall in love too fast. I think with single friends, sometimes I feel like with single friends it looks like they're falling in love too fast, which some of them do fall in love too fast. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of the times, a lot of single people just play games or like feed into delusions.
Yes.
That's what it is. Because I've noticed me being single, like I will feed into like I'll be a little bit more delusional than when I am in a relationship because it's like I have free will, I can do whatever, I'm not tied to nobody, I can talk crazy, I can do whatever. But like at the end of the day I still know like, oh, I'm just playing, like I'm not being for real.
Yeah.
Versus like relationships, it's like, cause I had a friend, relationship, break up 3 days later in a relationship, and I just be like, how are you already talking to somebody else?
That girl, go take a nap.
Baby, go find a hobby.
Exactly.
Like, go take up knitting. Do something. Like, but relationship friends definitely do fall in love too fast, especially when a nigga do them wrong. Like, because they just, but I love him. It's like, he don't love you, baby.
Right.
He don't love you that much.
Who's more likely to forget an important date? Well, I feel like that's kind of basic. I feel like I definitely, based on what we were talking about before, it could be a person in a relationship. Or if you with that person all the time, you used to it. Because how you was talking about how you like when people are spontaneous. Because it's like, sometimes you just need that. Somebody to call you right then or out the
Yeah. I feel like people in relationships forget things more.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, me in a relationship, you're like, y'all's lives are, like, together. So it's like, especially if like every aspect of y'all's lives is like intertwined, like y'all done met each other, family, all that stuff, it's like becomes a thing of like, oh, like I'm always with this person, or at least I'm always doing something that's like surrounding this person. And so like I feel like a person in a relationship sometimes, because I feel like it could be both, but I feel like with single friends it's like they be remembering, but I think the problem is that some single friends, they remember, and then, like, instead of reminding you, they try to wait to see if you remember. Because that happened to me not too long ago where, like, I forgot I was supposed to hang out with my friend. And then, instead of reminding me and calling me, she called me, like, hours later and was like, oh, did you forget we were supposed to hang out? And I was like, well, yeah, I was at work all day. She was like, oh. And I'm like, you could have just, like, you could have just texted.
Hey, you ready? Or
like, you could have just,
don't forget.
Like, take up and see what I was doing. And then, like, the next day made it a problem and kind of was like, well, you're always with this person, though. And I'm like, oh, well, if you feel the type of way about being with this person, you could just, and it would just been like all right, cool.
I think it's about knowing your friends, too, because I do got friends where I know they got a bad memory. And I'll be like, you know what, let me just call her and remind her, hey, 5 o'clock, start getting ready.
That's what I'm saying, because it's like, it ain't even a thing. Like, sometimes it's like, your friend, like, I feel like people don't take into account, like, they're not the only person that has things going on. They're not the only person who has moving parts going on in your life. So it's like, yeah, even though we planned this and you might have remembered because, like, this might have been your only thing to do that day, or you, like, blocked out this day specifically, whatever, for us to do something. It's like, okay, I could have went to work. I could have had to do this, and then we was going to hang out in the evening time, or we was going to, like, whatever. And so it's like, you should at least take into consideration, oh, I'm not the only person that this, like, I'm not, this isn't the only thing that this person's going to do all day today, like.
Well, this is pretty much going to conclude the episode. Kay did a great job. You can tell me your social medias if you want.
Oh, My Instagram is Ania.K, so ANEA.KAY. Y'all can follow me. That's really it.
That's it. Well, thanks for watching the episode. Tell us if you're a relationship friend or a single friend, and tell us if you do or don't agree with things that we've said, and we're gonna talk about it later. Thank you.